Hi guys, it's time for another project. So we just finished your warm sun, cool moon project, and we're gonna take it a step further, okay? So you're gonna need to pick whether your time of day for your project is gonna be daytime or nighttime. And we're gonna create a warm and cool landscape. So you have two options for this. So here is a finished one. So it's kind of like your warm sun, cool moon, but here's the difference. If you pick the sun, your warm colors is going to be at the top and your cool colors are going to be at the bottom. And we're going to use a variety of line to fill up our paper. And then here's an example of the moon. So we would draw the moon at the top. You would have your cool colors up here and your warm colors down here, okay? And all this is made up of, guys, is lines. Lines that we've been talking about since you were in kindergarten. Vertical, horizontal, diagonal, wavy like the hills, wavy like the ocean, broken, zigzag, spiral, all the lines that we know, and we just put them in our paper in patterns, and then we're gonna color them in. So let's get started with this project. First, you want to draw your horizon line in the middle of your paper. You can decide if your paper is going to be vertical or horizontal. Once you draw your horizon line, you need to put your moon or sun on your paper. After you do that, you're going to divide your sun up in the sky into sections. Remember, we want about 8 sections at the most. The bigger you space your rays out, the less work you will have to do. So take your time, turn your paper, and separate your sky. Now that your sky is separated, you're going to put a different pattern inside each section. So I started with lines, and then in the next section I did shapes. Then the next one I did lines, and then shapes. So I'm putting patterns inside each ray, and then also making a pattern going around by alternating line, shape, line, shape. Notice I'm drawing big because you're going to have to color inside the lines and around it. And the bigger you draw, the less work that you will have to do. It would be a lot easier to outline and a lot easier to color inside those lines. So you can try different things too whenever you make these patterns. Notice as I work, I am constantly turning my paper to where it fits in the section the right way. Your paper's not glued to the table, so make sure you rotate it so your patterns look and go around your sun and moon correctly. Draw big and they're gonna look great. All right, so once your sky is complete, let's go ahead and move below the horizon line to your landscape. So you are going to draw lines from one side of your paper to the other side. Again, the bigger you draw, the less work you have to do. It will be easier for you to outline as well as color inside the lines. So take your time, start at the left like you would be writing, and then work your way over to the right. Make sure you turn your paper whatever way is comfortable for you to draw. Take care of it. Notice I'm showing you an example of a horizontal landscape and then a vertical one so you can get it done either which way. You are the artist, so you have the choice of which way your paper is going to face. And here's the vertical one, okay? Notice 2 different drawings. I'm doing the same thing, creating a landscape, but it's 2 completely different artworks, okay? I can't wait to see what you're gonna do. Make sure you pause the video as you work. That way you can take your time. I fast forwarded this so the video would be shorter. I definitely don't draw that fast. So take your time, be creative, start at the left side, work your way around, and get your lines done. This is one of my favorite projects. All right, so all of the lines are drawn in pencil. You know what you have to do now. Outline it. We want these to be nice and crisp, and making your lines darker just makes everything stand out. So the reason why we did it in pencil first is that way if we mess up, we can easily fix our mistakes. But now it's time to get those lines done. You can make your lines thicker if you want to. Maybe you decide you want to keep a line thin or thick. Adding variety to your line thickness is a great way to add interest to your artwork. So take your time and get it outlined. Alrighty, now it's time to color. Notice when your sun is in the sky, you're going to use warm colors like you did on your warm sun picture that we just completed. You're going to put warm colors in the sky. Notice I did marker first, so you can outline your lines like I did on that kind of diagonal curved line. You can outline them and then color them in. Where my shapes are, I actually colored my shapes in with marker, and now I'm using crayons to color around it. You want to leave your bigger spaces to color in with crayon, and then the smaller spaces to color in with marker. Using marker, crayon, and colored pencil helps add variety. You're adding different values. Your markers are going to be darker than your crayons and colored pencils. And what a great way to show value by using a variety of materials. So take your time, color inside the lines. So if my sky is warm, then I'm going to be using my cool colors to create that landscape at the bottom. I flipped my paper over a second ago to check the colors. Don't test your colors on your good side of your paper. Check them on the back side. That's why I flipped my paper over again. I wanted to make sure it was going to be a good color to use. Start, and just like you drew your lines, color the same way. Start at the left side and work your way over to the right side. We want to practice coloring in one direction, which is why you see me turning my paper so often. That way my lines are nice and neat. So take your time, don't rush, get every little edge. There will be no white on your paper whenever you are done. These are going to look fantastic. Now, when you have your moon, you want to take your cool colors and put your cool colors with the moon, and the warm colors go in the landscape, just like I pointed out. All right, guys, I know that project takes so much work, but I hope that you are proud of the work that you completed. Don't tell anybody. This is one of my favorite second grade projects to do ever out of any grade level, just because you can create a really cool artwork just by putting lines together and then by coloring them in different patterns. I hope you got to use a variety of blues and greens and purples in your cool colors, and then I hope that you really used a variety of warm colors up here to really show that sunset and how beautiful it can be. I can't wait for you to turn yours in. I will see you next time. Bye.